Revelation 13. Image of the beast, like image of the yeah.
Hold on.
Alright. I'm going to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor unto YAHAWAH,
Baha Sham, Baha Sham, QADASH.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the brothers that's teaching His truth and sincerity. And Shalawam to the hope of elect and the 1/3. Alright.
Yo.
Gms.
Pause it. Pause it. Put it on the Wi-Fi.
You are sharp. What channel?
New channel.
Which channel?
History of YAHAWAH.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's on history.
Control that.
Yeah, it's on history.
So, yeah, what did you start there?
Well, where's it connect to?
Exactly. It's supposed to, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to connect automatically. The fuck? It's weird. Yeah, it's supposed to connect automatically. That's what I was wondering.
It wasn't before.
No, I know. That's why I felt something was wrong. That's Esau. No, it's Esau. It's Esau. It's
Ready?
Esau.
Go live.
We're live again?
Yeah.
Alright, we start again. I'm going to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor unto
YAHAWAH, Baha Sham, YAHAWASHI, Baha Sham, QADASH.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the brothers that's teaching His truth and sincerity. And Shalawam to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. Alright, this is GMS Toronto, and we're back again prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. You know, it might sound like a broken record to you people, man, but it is what it is, man. We prophesy what we see, man. We prophesy the stuff in the scriptures that have been prophesied before us. Alright? Right now we're in the middle of a pandemic, okay? And where we reside, our jurisdiction in Ontario, okay, you have it to where about almost more than half of the population is getting the gift, man. Alright?
Yeah, 58%.
Yeah, fine. But the elder said 58%. Okay, now that's a lot of people, man. And why did they get that, man? Because they worship this place, man. They worship this system. Alright? They want things, they like how things are going in this place, man. They want things to go back to normal, right? So that's why, in hopes of getting the gift, that it'll go back. You know what I mean? Because they have faith in this place, but not in the Lord. You know? You got the scripture out?
I'm going to start at 1 or...
You can start at 1. This is good. Yeah, this is good.
Okay, so this is Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Right. And that 10 horns and the Shalachyayam, the 10 horns and the 7 heads is EU and NATO, man. Alright? That's the beast, the different nations that make up that beast, man. Edomite nations. Alright? Go ahead.
Verse 2, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
That's right. And the dragon being Satan, giving him the power, man. Giving Esau, the physical counterpart of Satan, that power for him to rule and speak wickedness, man. Right? And have everybody speaking the blasphemy. Right? It just mentioned the blasphemy that he's been telling the people, man.
Yeah, America's set up by Satan, basically.
Right.
Right? Because they honor him by the early architectural blueprints of Washington. Even when you look at it today, right, Esau can show you it's a pentagram, right? Certain streets they're in certain, shaped in certain ways.
Right.
you know, when they say things like "in God we trust," it's not the Most High that they trust. It's a different power. Because you can look at the dollar bill, and all those images are esoteric, and then you know you can go into the witchcraft and the different secret societies that they have.
That's right.
But they don't worship the Most High, right? That leopard is Greece, the start of Esau's rulership, right? And that's because in the record there's a thing where Alexander he killed a leopard, or a leopard was brought to him. I'm not sure which one, and he basically scalped him and put the head on him.
Yeah.
On you know, like his head thing, right? And he went forth to conquer. The Most High gave him, you know, great power. But even though his right hand man was Cletus Melanus, which was a Jake, and Alexander, he saw the chariots too, right? He saw the chariots. He actually met the high priest of Israel, right? And he knew that those are the people of the Most High. He didn't mess with them. The only time the Greeks messed with us was the time of Antiochus, because it said a wicked, which we can get that actually. That's because we're going into history. Might as well get it. Someone get First Maccabees 1. And,
All right, let me get this real quick while you guys find that. Just to back my brother up, Matthew 4:1. Then YAHAWASHI led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, "If thou be the Son of Yahweh, command that these stones be made bread." But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh." Then the devil taketh.
hey, you know what's funny? That guy, Money Holes and Clothes,
Yeah.
which I saw him today.
I saw him last week.
I was driving up. I gave him
Surely.
some change. He's bugged out.
Yeah, bugged out, man.
He's bugged out. But we
But he's
read-
a prince.
Con, because he used to come in that coat, that mink or
Yeah.
fur coat in
Yeah.
the summer, man. But anyway, we read that scripture to him. Men shall not live on bread alone, and he said, "No, I need the money for the bread. I need the real bread." And we're like, "No, this is the bread right here." But you know, it's the point that Satan knows the scriptures, but Yahweh, you know, he's a master, man. So he countered him, right?
Yeah, it says, yeah. But he answered and said, "It is written, oh Shalachyayam, then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, It is written, Again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, which proves that these kingdoms are glorious, especially Babylon.
That's right.
And he saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
That's right.
And Yahushua, and then saith Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Yeah. And Satan came to him right at the end of this fast, because that's when he was the most weakest, right? He showed him all the kingdoms in a moment's time, man, in a moment's space.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So to a carnal man, he's bowing down right away, man. You know, but Yahushua, he rose above that, man. He conquered death, right?
And it just shows you to get high or to have esteem, you're going to have to bow to him.
That's right.
That's what it proves too. So what you were saying was true.
You got that?
Yeah. So one.
Jump to the point. To the 10?
7.
Isn't there that one in the Apocrypha as well,
Start at 7.
where the angels had to help Alexander? Let me find it. 1 second.
Something like that.
Yeah. Let me find it.
In the book of Maccabees, 1 in chapter 1 and verse 7, it reads, So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years.
Yeah, so we're reading about the leper, which we read in Revelation 13. This is the leper right here. And after him rose up 4 generals, right? Which was Seleucid and
Antiochus?
No, it was Seleucid. shit, see now the history, we gotta get in the history, but it was 4 of them, which their names basically they went off to conquer certain lands. Seleucid, that's where Antiochus came from. That was in Syria, but there was 3 other ones that escaped my mind now.
I think Epiphanes was one of those.
No, that was Antiochus. That was just a title of the other one.
What was your question?
The 4 generals: Seleucid,
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy.
Yeah.
That was Egypt.
Lysimachus and Cassander.
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 That was Greece. Yeah, that was one of Greece. That's the history, right?
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
That's right. So who's the wicked, man? The Greeks, which were Edomites.
Exactly.
It said, hold on, there was already evils because we know before the Greeks who was ruling. The Persians, were they godly people? No.
No.
The Babylonians, were they godly people? No.
No.
But the scriptures specifically said evil, man, grew upon the earth.
Mhm.
There was already evil, but you got to think the wicked came into rule and they spread more evil, man.
Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked rule.
So this is the wicked, and there was a wicked root that sprang from the wicked. So you know that's a significant figure, man. That's an extremely wicked person, right? Because that's the scriptures being specific. It already said evils multiplied upon the earth. So these were evil people, but then it said there's a wicked root that came from them. A real Dennis the Menace, man.
This is Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's right. They did that back then with King David. That's in
Is what that's true.
Chronicles, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So they had their own
That's
land, and then after they helped the Babylonians.
That's this is their dominion. Their dominion over the earth right now. We rule over the earth.
Yeah,
No, but just to go into what the brother was saying, their fulfillment really came with the Greeks,
That's right.
where they were in full power.
And then there's another scripture in the Apocrypha that mentions they already were trying to get the kingdom from the Persians. What's that devil's name, man? He had the sons. It was during the time of Purim, right? It was I think 2 or more Edomite. They're all brothers, and they tried to Haman. Was it?
Oh
Haman?
yeah, it could have been. I can't verify.
Right? Hold on. Let me see.
Is that there?
Yeah, but it's in the Apocrypha more. The rest of the books, Esther. Yeah, go ahead.
Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king who had been a hostess at Rome, and he reigned in the 137 years of the kingdom of the Greeks. Verse 11. In those days, when there of Israel wicked men to persuade many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
So you had wicked Israelites. They said, "Look, this is the way. This is the new trend.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta be, like they say,
Follow them.
It was the Romans.
that's right. It was Romans, right? So they had that mindset, and that's where that split came with the Pharisees and the Sadducees, right? The Sadducees were more, I believe, traditional, and the Pharisees were more. These are the people that came and accepted the ways and tried to mix it with the so-called Israelite religion, if you will, right, or traditions, because that split came during this time, right?
That are round about us.
And that's why YAHAWASHI came heavy on them, because those were the same men that did that. They broke off and they said, look, let's eat pork, but let's try to keep the laws and make ourselves look good, and got the law and order, the garments, and just try to look good. But they were wicked. And they're back here today. We don't have to name them.
Thou art round about us, for since with this Shalachyayam, for since we departed from them.
The covenant now is what what's that government?
Oh, 501c3
in a sense now, right? Yeah. Well, go on.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Yeah, since we left these Edomites, we got hardships, man. These people make our lives better. Right, that's what they think. That's what this scripture says. Trust not in oppression, man. And you might think to yourself, well, how do you trust in oppression? That's that Stockholm syndrome shit. You become comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's why they wanted to go back to Egypt.
And it's simple.
That's
You
why they
know
want
how
to
you
go
see it
back
today?
right now.
You see a so-called what they call a toxic relationship. That person becomes dependent upon the trauma. They actually like the trauma in a way. It fucks them up, but they become comfortable. And that's the only way these women know is drama. Right? They're actually comfortable being uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Same thing with Jake, right?
That's why most of these people think that getting the vaccine is going to bring them back to normal.
I think they call it battered syndrome. I can't remember what they call it. I think. I can't remember.
Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Verse 13. Then
Remember the scripture says, I've made man upright, but yet seeked out many devices.
Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance
See,
of the heathen.
Esau gave Jake permission, man.
License to kill, man.
License to be
License
wicked.
to be wicked, to destroy you. Basically.
Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen.
Yeah, that's your gym. Your gymnos, which gymnos means naked. Which when you go to a fucking gym, you go in the locker room, it's madness. It's madness, man.
Not naked.
You know? And then check it out, when you actually go to the gym, it's the same shit. These bitches are wearing shit that you see through. You see everything.
You know,
Right.
guys are
You know?
taking off their shirt,
You know?
pumping up.
Because back then they would just do it naked. They would wrestle naked,
Yeah.
right? So Jake was in that. And Jake is big into that shit. Wrestling, being a national champion.
Yeah.
You have a lot of these UFC fighters before they become in the UFC. They were NCAA. What do they call the I forget the acronym, but like they're national champions or they're Olympians. That Olympic shit, they love it, man. Oh, I'm gonna represent America.
Yep.
Same shit they were doing back then.
And even with the Olympic stuff, like everybody's wearing the skin tight
Oh yeah,
Under
it's
Armour.
kind of yeah.
So it just pretty much goes back to the ancient times, you know? Nothing new under the sun.
Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised for forsake the holy covenant.
Yeah, they made themselves uncircumcised in the mind first, because you can't put on the foreskin. So in the mind is where you make yourself uncircumcised.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Because the mind only makes you circumcised when you know the truth and the law of the order of the ordinance of the Bible.